Assalamualaikum, my name is Azfar and Tahir, and this is the final project for game mechanics using the workshop 2 of Zero to Hero game AR RPG. Alright, for the first mechanization diagram, it shows the power up a player has. Whenever a player uses a power up, it will increase all the player's damage, including skills, the damage from skills, by 2.5, meaning if the damage or the skill does 30 damage, it will increase to 32.5. This is the next. We have the machinations diagram for the leveling path, meaning the player will show this. The diagram shows the linear path the player will take. So the player will go from one level to one level to one level. Each time they complete the level, they will go to the next level. And once they defeat finish the last level, it will end the game. Alright, this mechanization diagram shows the the door mechanic of this game, in which the player will choose to go directly to the final boss or to the second encounter first. Meaning the player can go directly to the final boss, but the player will not be strong enough to defeat the final boss. Alright, next we have the skills machinations diagram. The diagram shows the skills that are at the player's disposal or the player's use. Each skill has its own damage, but for the so when the player starts this game, BC attack, skill C++ skill and C# skill is already available for the player. But for the JavaScript skill, it can only be used when the player uses a certain item to make it available. Next we have the turn-based mechanic. The mechanization diagram shows the turn-based attack. There is a counter. For example, the green shows the 25 counter, the player's counter, and the 30 in the red shows the enemy counter. When the counter reaches its designated number, it will go into the attack order as indicated by the pool on the far right, on the right side. So that is when it will go. It will set up the attack order in which the player will attack. So when it reaches when the counter for either player or enemy is filled up, the character can attack or use the skill to defeat their enemy. Next we have the damage calculator. How the damage is calculated is by, for each skill or damage it receives, it will minus from the health pool of the character, either the player or the enemy. So when either the player's health pool or the enemy's health pool reaches zero, it will finish the encounter and the level. Alright, next we have the healing mechanic of this game. So the diagram shows how the heal item works. The player has a maximum health of 150. Whenever the player is below the maximum, the player can use the heal item. For example, if the player's health is 149, the player can use the health item, but the health item heals for 45 points. But if the player overheal, for example, the player's health is 140, the player uses the health item, it will heal them to a maximum of 150, but the extra 35 points will go to waste.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is NORANIYAH YAHAYA, and I will continue on presenting our machination diagrams for workshop 2. I will start presenting about a mechanic of using item in inventory. if you can see the diagram of machination, it shows the usage of item in inventory. There is a total of 3 items that can be used per level, and each of the item can be used once, and the items are for healing, increasing attack, and for adding skills. Next is the choice mechanic. Choice mechanic is a mechanic that allows player to choose whether to attack using skills, or use items in inventory when it is player's turn. And next is the win mechanic. If you can see the diagram of this machination, it shows the condition with the win condition for each level. It basically means that if the enemy health is equal to 0, which means enemy die, then player will win. Next is the lose mechanic. Lose mechanic is similar to win mechanic, but the difference is that if player health equal to 0, means that if player die, then player lose. This is the enemy's mechanic. Enemy's mechanic, this is basically shows what will enemy do. For example, enemy also have a turn cooldown, which is similar to players. The difference is that enemy does not have choices when it is their turn. They will just automatically attack the player. Next is the cooldown attack mechanic. Cooldown attack mechanics are implemented in both player and also enemy. Both of them have the same cooldown, which is 10 seconds. And when it's their turn to attack, if players, they can choose options given to them, option or choices given to them, which are using normal attack, using skills, and also use items in their inventory. But for enemy, they don't have choices, so they will automatically attack the player. That is all from me. The next slides will be continued by NORANIYAH. Thank you very much.
Hello, nama saya NORANIYAH SYAHIRAH dan saya akan explain game mekanik yang selebihnya. So, untuk health system, starting health untuk player adalah 150. Dia macam health system biasa, so bila player's health tu equal to 0, then level tu akan reset semula. Untuk enemy attack system, enemy akan attack secara automatik apabila dia punya cooldown sebelah tu dah full, so dia akan attack player. Untuk level 2 enemy, attack damage dia adalah 25, so bila dia attack, player's health tu akan kurang. So untuk seterusnya item in inventory, dia dalam game ni 3 items akan disediakan dalam inventory player, and each of the item ada different purpose. So satu adalah untuk increase attack power, heal, dan juga use untuk add skill item. So item ni akan membantu assist player bila diorang sedang bertarung dengan enemy dalam game tu. Kemudian untuk add skill mechanic. Add skill mechanic simple saja. Player cuma perlu menggunakan add skill item dalam inventory, dan skill tu akan muncul dekat skill option untuk player tu guna. Seterusnya pula adalah skill damage. Player boleh menggunakan skill yang telah disediakan, and basic skill dalam game ni ada dua, iaitu C++ dan juga C#. Untuk C++ dia ada 25 damage power. Untuk C# pula ada 35 damage power. Itu saja. Dan untuk choose target, ni selepas player tu pilih skill yang diorang nak, ataupun attack, ataupun nak guna basic attack saja, choose target punya option tu dia akan keluar untuk player pilih target mana diorang nak attack. Dan kemudian untuk menggunakan skill yang telah digunakan, untuk gunakan yang skill player tu tambah, dia kena selepas dia menggunakan item untuk add skill, player just pergi ke skill option, kemudian gunakan skill itu. Skill baru yang digunakan, dia punya nama adalah JavaScript, and damage power dia cuma 30. Okay, itu saja daripada saya. Sekian, terima kasih.